The question here is, to determine if a tree-covered mountain is suitable for development, a survey crew set up a baseline RQ 850 meters. So that's the diagram. RQ is 850 meters. From R, the top of the mountain was visible, and angle TRQ. So angle TRQ is 140.5. Let me write down. Angle TRB is this angle, is 31.5 degrees. So this angle is 31.5 degrees. Where line RB is perpendicular to TB, so that is shown. From point Q, angle RQT is 29.5. So as you read, label your diagram. Determine the height of the mountain to the nearest meter, part A, this TB. From point R to the foot of the mountain, distance RW, 250 meters. So this distance of 250 meters, the small distance. Let me say this distance. Determine the length of ski run. That means, let's assume this straight line, this ski run, to the nearest meter from T to W. So it's a very important question. Take your time to understand and then work with me to solve. Okay, so what we are given here is two angles, and this side we can always find the third angle and then use sine law. Perfect. In the triangle TRQ, so it will be 180 minus 140.5 minus 29.5 equals to 10 degrees. So let's use sine law. And which side do we find? We find TR, since that is a triangle to work, right? So we have TR over the angle opposite to TR is 29.5. So sine of 29.5 is equal to known side 850 over sine of 10 degrees opposite angle. So I hope that is absolutely clear, right? So this is opposite to that, and we are talking about this side, which is opposite to this, correct? So from here you can find what TR is. So TR is equals to 850 over sine 10 degrees times sine of 29.5 degrees. So let's calculate this answer first. So we have 850 times sine of 29.5 equals to, divided by sine of 10 equals to. So we get a value which is, let me write, okay, here, 2410 point, let's say 4. So we round it to one decimal place. So we know TR. Now what do we need to know? TB, the height. Simple, we can use tan, right? So what we can do here is that TB we want to know, and we know the hypotenuse TR, let's write TR, is equal to how much? TB over TR is opposite over hypotenuse, sine of the angle, right? Sine of angle 31.5 degrees. Is that clear? So from here we get TB equals to TR times sine of 31.5 degrees. TR is that big number, so which is 2410.4, 4 times sine of 31.5 degrees, correct? So let's find this. So we already have this number 2410. We'll just multiply this by sine of 31.5. Okay. So we get this as equals to 1259.4. So we get the height. So the height as calculated here of mountain. So we said height, which is TB, is equal to 1259.4, and the units are in meters, right? So 1.259 kilometers. So we have done part A with this. Is that clear? So once your figure is clear, this calculation should not take long. Part B. From point R to the foot of the mountain, distance RW equals to 250 meters. Determine the length of the ski run. So now we are actually looking into this small triangle. Let me just redraw this, right? So we have these two sides here. Let's use a different ink. Okay. So I'm just redrawing the whole thing. Okay. So what we know in this particular case is that this side is 250. Is it okay? And that side we just calculated as 2410.4. Perfect. And what do we need to find is a slope S. This. We'll assume this to be a straight line. Does make sense to you, right? We'll assume that to be a straight line. Okay. So with that assumption, we know two sides, and we also know this angle, and this angle is 31. Let me write here. Let me write 250 here. Let me push this a bit. Okay. And this side is 31.5 is the angle. Correct? So let's do part B on a fresh page. Let me sketch, make a rough sketch of what we had, and then we'll solve it. So what we just now did was that we kind of had this kind of a situation where I'm making a smaller diagram now. So that's the mountain, and this is the original diagram. Okay. So what we solved just now was that this is the point R, that is Q, and this side was calculated to be 2410.4. The top of the mountain T, this is B, 90 degrees. Now we have a point W somewhere here, which is 250 meters away. 250 meters away, correct? And what we need to find is the slope, skiing slope, T to W. This is what we need to find. And we also know that this particular angle here is 31.5. So this angle here is 31.5. Is it okay? 31.5 degrees. So I'll make a bigger sketch of this small triangle, and then we'll work on that. Correct? Okay. So the triangle which we are working with is kind of like this. Let me redraw here. So we have a slope here, and we want to find this particular length. What we know is that it is 250 from this point. So this is 250, right? The angle here is 31.5, and that length is 2410.4, correct? This point is T, that point is W. So we need to find TW. Since we are given side, angle, side, we are going to use cosine law. Perfect? So the side TW, we can write TW square, will be equals to 250 square plus 2410.4 square minus 2 times 250 times 2410 times cos of the angle, which is 31.5 degrees. Is it okay? So that is what it is equal to. So we can now use calculator to calculate this answer. So we get 250 square plus 2410.4 square minus 2 times 250 times 2410.4 times cos of angle is 31.5 degrees equals to. So we get a number which is 4844926.2. So TW is square root of this, 4844926.2. So if I do square root of the answer, I get 2201. Okay, so let's say 0.1. Fine. So the slope, the ski slope, the ski run. So what we get here is that the ski run, which is TW, is equals to meters, or you could say this is 2.2 kilometers. Is it okay? So that is the length of the ski run. So I hope this concept is clear. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you really like and subscribe my videos, that'd be great. Thank you and all the best.